What's up and welcome to a brand new episode of Meet India, my series where I take you on a culinary journey across the many states of India, showcasing the best meat and seafood dishes this country has to offer. And today we're still in the state of Karnataka and we're going to a place called Coorg, now known as Coorg. And Coorg is very famous for its coffee, but we are more interested in the food. Today we'll be making a popular dish called Pandi curry. It uses a distinct sour ingredient called kachampuli, an extract of a fruit grown locally. It's spicy, tangy and delicious. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get cooking.
The first thing we have to do is make a spice mix for our Pandi curry, and for that we start by roasting a quarter cup of coriander seeds. The roasted coriander seed flavor is very prominent in the curry, so you have to roast it till it's quite dark. Then I add some cumin, black peppercorns, a cinnamon stick, 2 green cardamom, 4 cloves, some raw rice and fenugreek seeds. And now you keep roasting and toasting till the rice starts to turn golden brown and the coriander seeds reach a super dark roasted color. Once you've achieved necro levels of darkness on those spices, take them off the heat and let them cool down. Once cool, I put them in my blender and grind them to a fine powder. And this, my friends, is our spice mix for the Pandi curry. Trust me, the aroma is intoxicating. Anyway, let's move on now. I'm using pork shoulder for this recipe that's cut into cubes, and I season it with some salt, turmeric powder and Kashmiri red chilli powder. Then I put on my sexy black glove and give it all a good mix. Now I set that aside to marinate while I get things ready. In my blender, I add a bunch of coriander, half a sliced onion, some chopped and de-seeded green chilies, garlic cloves, ginger and some water. And then I blend it to make the masala for the pork. Once that's done, I remove it from the blender and look at that vibrant green color. I also rinse out the blender as I don't want to waste any of that masala. I used a little too much water, but since we're going to be cooking this out, it's not an issue. Now we're finally ready to cook the pork. I get my Dutch oven on the stove and add in my pork on a low heat. I add in the other half of the sliced onion and I add a bit of water and just let that cook for 10 minutes with the lid on. After 10 minutes I open it up and the water has dried out, the pork has released its own fat and it's frying in that. You can see the pork has some color as well. Next I add in some curry leaves and give it all a good mix. Once the aroma of those curry leaves fills your kitchen, then add in the green masala that we made, a little more water, mix it well and cover and cook for another 10 minutes. Actually, you just gotta keep cooking this for 10 to 20 minutes till the pork starts to become tender. Make sure you open it up every 5 minutes or so and give it a stir so that nothing is sticking or burning. Then I add in the spice mix that we made, the Pandi curry spice powder, and give it all a good mix as we always do. You can see the liquid has also reduced now and this is looking nice. Keep cooking, we're almost at the finish line. Now in goes the most special ingredient for the Pandi curry, kachampuli vinegar. It is made from the slightly fermented juice of gumi gutta fruit. It's very sour but also fruity. If you can't find this where you live, you can use a dark brown malt vinegar instead, but I'll leave a link for where you can buy this vinegar in the description box below the video. Anyway, once that's in, give it a good stir and now cook the pork till it is finally tender and looks absolutely delicious. Finish with some fresh coriander and that is our Pandi curry done and ready. It's got a lovely dark color and an intoxicating aroma. Now serve your Pandi curry ideally with some otti or akki roti, which is basically a rice flour roti, but since I couldn't get either of those, I got a rice bhakri which is similar. Anyway, I gotta dive into that Pandi curry and get some of that pork, make a bite and chow down. Damn, that's good. Anyway, time for the official taste test.
Alright folks, it's time to taste the Pandi curry and look
Pandi curry.
And look who's joining me back in the kitchen. It's my beautiful wife who constantly corrects me, Dipti. Well, to be fair, I'm happy that she corrects me because I can't pronounce anything.
Pandi.
Pandi
Curry.
Pandi curry.
So what's in it?
Pork Pandi curry. It's just pork curry. So you make the Pandi masala, the Pandi curry masala.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah, make the Pandi curry masala.
Pandi.
And then you make like a paste out of coriander, ginger, garlic, and you just cook everything together, and of course the vinegar. Kachampuli vinegar. Kachampuli vinegar.
Yes. Oh, it's delicious though. It's really like, though it smells like vindaloo because of the
Sour.
vinegar, it tastes completely different. So it's been a long time since I've eaten pandi curry, and I've only eaten mulled versions here in Bombay. So this is really good.
That vinegar is everything. Like without that vinegar, it would taste like a very different curry.
I think it would taste more like vindaloo. But what is the substitute?
No, it won't taste anything like vindaloo because vindaloo has the chili, the red Kashmiri chilies. This has actually coriander seed is the prominent flavor, and it's roasted and made almost like black, like coffee, and then that is ground. So you'd get that flavor way more, but you need that sort of acidity when you have such rich, fatty pork.
Yeah, and it's beautifully balanced. It's
Yeah.
really, I'm just eating a piece of fat right now. So good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is awesome. I will write out in the blog post if you can't get the vinegar what alternatives you may use, but I really do hope all of you will make this. And
You must. You must. It's a very unique, singular dish. And I think everyone should try it because it's not easy getting, Kodava food outside of Kodagu. So,
yes, and I guess this gets the horns up from you then.
yeah, 100%.
Awesome. On that note, we're going to go and finish our pandi curry, and I'll see you on the next. Pandi.
It's not a duh, it's a the.
The
Pandi curry.
pandi curry. I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking. Hey folks, on the next episode, we're going to be going to the state of Kerala. So if you've got a dish that you love from Kerala, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and make it. Anyway, thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon and on the YouTube channel memberships. You are all awesome. Thank you.